Welcome back to another edition of Doing It with Dish. Back on the ice this morning. Below zero to start. Sun is shining now, supposed to warm up in the 30s. Should be a good day to spend the night. So I got these new bibs. Guys were saying, Dish, you can't fish in Carhartt bibs, you gotta have fishing bibs. I didn't know. So I picked up these new ice fishing bibs. Hopefully they catch more fish today. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna finish this coffee, get the wood going. It's time to get after it. First fish of the day. Got a little bit of weight to it. Little pike. We'll cut him loose. Check out that little pan of goodness right there. It's bacon and eggs for breakfast, cooked on the open fire. What could be better? We'll get this bacon cooked down a little bit more, drop some eggs in there. You know it's going to be good. Bacon and eggs on the ice, cooked over an open fire. Does it get much better than that? So I'm going to finish breakfast, make a round on the tip-ups, check them out. Time to start prepping for lunch. Okay, it's time to get lunch going. What I got planned for lunch is kind of like a pasty pie. So what I did at home is I chopped up carrots, potatoes, and then what I did is something a little untraditional. Instead of using ground beef, I chopped up some of that good Spam in there. It's the hickory Spam. And then in the other one I got here, I did chopped up smoked sausage. So what we're gonna do first is cook that stuff, and we're gonna do that on the fire also. So we're gonna wrap it in tin foil. But what helps is to take your chopped up potatoes, carrots, and meat and line your tin foil with cabbage leaves. Protects it from burning, plus adds a little moisture in there, helps it cook better. So let's get this wrapped up in tin foil. Let's get it on the fire and get this cooked up, and then we'll do the next stage. Okay, I emptied the tin foil with the cabbage leaves back into this little container just to make sure there weren't any really badly burnt chunks. Could get them out of there. So I took the pans, rubbed them down with some butter, make sure they were greased up good. Oh, that already looks delicious. Then we're going to take our other pie crust, lay over the top of this. And then we're just going to keep folding this in, just like you would a normal pie. And then I'm going to put this back on the fire with the other pie pan over the top. So I'll let it bake on one side, then I'm going to flip it because it's just tough to bake this over an open fire. So let's give this one a shot. The other one's still on the fire. I'll do the same thing with that one. Let's see how they turn out. Okay, this is the second one. And this one I did a little bit different. That last one had a lot of extra dough. So this one I just cut a ring out. It fits in here so much better. Now I can just crimp those edges in, fold them up nice. The other one's on the fire already. We'll get this one on the fire. Few minutes, we're gonna be eating some super good pasty pie. You know it's gonna be good. Okay, this is the first one off the fire. A pasty pie on the open fire, made here, right? Doesn't look too bad. And I know once we start eating this thing, it's gonna be best ever. Best ever pasty, cooked on the ice, over the open fire. Gotta be. I just got back to cooking flag went right back up. He's whirligigging her, he's taking line. He's on there. Actually feels like a decent fish. Yeah, what's wrong with that? We'll get him unhooked. This one we're gonna cut loose. Send him back down. All right, this is the second one, huh? Check that out. What is wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. I gotta quit cooking. It's time to start eating, because you know this right here with a little ketchup on it? Oh, yeah, probably best ever. All right, lunch is all done. That pasty pie was even better than I thought. Super good, and you can use anything in there. If you want to put pork in there, ground beef, chicken, whatever. Put it in there, bake it up, it's gonna be good. So what we got for dinner is a rack of ribs. And I'm gonna try and cook it over that same fire. We're gonna pick that grate up higher. I got cherry wood to give it some good smoke. To get a good flavor in the smoke, I brought some cherry blocks. I'm gonna split these up small, try and keep a real small fire, not much heat, more smoke. We'll get these split up. And once it's on that grate, I'm going to use this pan. Try and hold some of that smoke in right around the ribs themselves. So what I'm going to do first, spread some mustard on there. Put some rub on there. And this is going to go on the grill then. I'm going to let that go for a couple hours. Take it off. Hit it with some Sweet Baby Ray's. Wrap it in tin foil and put it back on there for about an hour. Should be delicious. Who doesn't like ribs? But I also got some baked potatoes. Took these red potatoes, cut them in half, took a piece of bacon, wrapped all the way around them. We'll put these on too, ribs and baked potato. Gonna be good. Spent about 3 hours on that grate over the fire. Cherry wood underneath. Looks pretty good right now. So what I'm going to do now, hit her with the Sweet Baby Ray's, wrap it in tin foil, put it back on, let it go for about an hour, then it's coming off. We're eating some super good ribs. Okay, those ribs were so good, better than I even thought they would be. So now it's time for a little ice cream. So there's different recipes out there. So what you need, heavy whipping cream, little vanilla. I added some sugar and a little bit of salt. Get yourself some snow, about this much. throw in half the whipping cream because I made 2 batches. Stir that up. Then I added some cherries and some cherry juice. What we've got is cherry ice cream right here. Made out of snow. The key, you gotta have clean snow. But this right here is a little good nighttime snack. Try it. It's pretty good stuff. It's not very often I'm videoing a limit of walleye on the boundary waters again today, and I did something a little bit different. I fished shallower. I did that 5 to 7 feet of water, hoping the fish would come in there at night to feed, and they did. From 8 o'clock until 10 o'clock, I was pretty busy with flags. And self-filming, it's difficult to get light out, get the camera set up, try and fish. But I wish I would have had some good video of these fish coming in, especially one in particular. I did catch a good one, approximately 27 inches, and it was fat, full of spawn. And I did something with a fish caught on these tip-ups probably's never happened before. I let it go because I know my old uncle, he never let a legal walleye go, so he probably rolled in his grave when that fish went back in the water. But sometimes you got to let them big spawners go. So I'm going to call it a day. We're going to get breakfast going, slowly pack up, call it an adventure.